S.O.U.L Film Fest 2019 is here. Yes, that's right. And you're invited. So you've got to get your tickets right now because we're going to have short films, we're going to have feature films, we're going to have Q&As with lead industry folk, and we're also going to have a symposium. We've got so much coming your way. Oh yeah. And did I forget to mention the party? I sure did. See you there. Now you submitted a film called Serious Tingz.
Yes,
Not Serious Thing.
Serious Tingz.
With a Z at the end of it.
Z, yes.
Yeah, and a T.
And a T.
Tingz! That was really cheesy. Did I just do that?
I think you just did that.
Oh my goodness, I've got... shame.
It's cool.
No, look, when you submitted this film, we absolutely loved it. You know, we had to put it up for it to be screened. How did it feel when you were screening in the BFI?
I think loads when you're a filmmaker, it's like one of the things that everyone probably has down as like one of their goals to be able to do, and especially in a young black filmmaker from like South London, it's unbelievable. Like, and I think I'm just truly honoured that you guys even gave us the opportunity to do that. So, thank you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're so welcome.
Have to. I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of companies or places really try to do this for people. And I think what you guys have done is an amazing thing, where young people, people that have untold stories from different backgrounds, are able to be placed on the same pedestal. And it's interesting. You're walking through here and you're seeing posters of like Stanley Kubrick and stuff, and you got your film screening there. It's just like the juxtaposition's crazy.
I love that. I'm glad that we made you feel like that. That's good. But you deserved it. I mean, look, let's talk about the film Serious Tingz. What is it about?
So it's mainly about the issues with vulnerability within masculinity. And
vulnerability within masculinity.
Yes.
Love that.
And the issues men face with letting their guard down. And specifically in this case, we focused on the power of the expression of the screwface, and how that's there's a fundamental sort of paradox within that, where on one side people see it as a form of intimidation, but if you really dive deeper, it's actually I feel it's a form of self-defense and protection. So what I wanted to do is kind of like really bring that out and tell that story and kind of like give it a bit more context, and within the context through the lens of masculinity. And as you see in the film, we start to talk about why. It was kind of like questioning, really, like why do we do these things? Why does it happen? And then we start to talk more into kind of the idea of smiling, which we were just speaking about, which is how men feel. And it's a bit weird. It's kind of like, because I like to play with habits and contradictions. The habit of the screwface, and the contradiction of the idea that it's a form of showing strength. Really and truly, I see it as a form of showing weakness, because you feel insecure enough that you can't smile, or you can't show any form of other expression. And really, that's the story I want to tell. And it's interesting seeing the reaction from it, because again, this is more of a self-reflection and stuff that I used to do as a kid. And it's just interesting to see people connecting with it.
It's amazing how at the time when you were a kid, as you said, you thought that was the way you've got to do it. Yeah. And obviously now you're grown, you're looking back at that and thinking, why the heck did I do that, man?
Yeah.
And even though you're still young, you're now thinking like a big man, so it's big man Tingz now, with a screwface Tingz, you know?
Yeah, I just find it funny that like, from the age of like, that me personally, I thought I was a big man when I was 14. And it's crazy that now being like 28, you look back and you're like, what my perceptions of what a man was so warped. And I think that's true. That runs true for quite a few people. And it's like, what is that definition? Where does that come from? Who's informing that? It's all kind of like a game of Chinese whispers, and we all kind of take on these sort of rituals or rites of passage that don't necessarily reflect the values that we want them to.
There was a part in the film where people, can I say a little bit about the smiles? Yeah, people were smiling, you know. No, people were, you know, people, you got them to do something else, these guys that were screw facing. And it was so beautiful to see, you know. Look, the storyline is really good. Where can we see the film, online or anything, or can we not yet?
No, it's online. It's on my Vimeo channel. It came out in March, and it's been interesting because since it coming out, it's screened here, obviously. It's been screened in prisons across the UK, so through National Prison Radio, which has been amazing. So we went into Brixton Prison, had a conversation with a few of the people there, and So it's out there and it's growing, and I'm kind of happy just to see people pick it up. So if you go on Vimeo, for Abdou Cisse, it's probably on there.
Abdou Cisse, where are you from? What's your heritage?
So my mum is from Senegal, Gambia, and yeah, cheese.
I knew it.
Where jollof rice was invented. Just saying.
Thank you.
Yeah.
It was. Jollof rice was invented in Gambia. Wolof.
Yes.
Tell them.
Just look at the name. Just look at the name.
Honestly.
Like, where does jollof come from? Just really and truly, you can ask Nigerian that. They'll probably try to claim it. Look at the camera guy. The camera guy knows.
The camera guy's Nigerian as well.
Yeah,
but he's trying to wrap it up right now, saying, just shut up.
All you have to do is ask them, where does that name come from? And that's what you see.
It's true. It's very, very, very true. That's why I was asking, because your name sounds very similar. But we'll talk about that after. But yes, so we'll find it on Abdou
Cisse. If you go on Vimeo, you'll see it on there. If not, you can go on my Instagram, which is Abdou_Cisse. It's in the bio there. And yeah, you should be able to find it there.
Thank you. And it was very lovely. It was a pleasure. Pleasure seeing your film.